Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is for the government representative in the Senate. In 2017, the government's Budget Implementation Act introduced a tax provision on beer, wine, and spirits, which would result in an automatic increase to excise duties at the rate of inflation every year. When the Escalator alcohol tax measure was first proposed, Canadian brewers, wineries, and distillers indicated to the government it was a bad idea to impose an automatic permanent tax increase mechanism that would not take into account economic conditions. They were not alone in calling for its removal. In fact, the Senate Standing Committee on National Finance passed an amendment to the 2017 BIA to remove this escalator tax. However, it was ultimately unsuccessful in the other place, and this chamber did not insist on the amendment. As such, we'll see an increase in alcohol taxes of over 6% this coming April. Canada already has some of the highest taxes in the world. On average, 47% of the price of beer, 65% of the price of wine, and 80% of the price of spirits is taxes. And as of 2021, Canadians were already paying about $20 billion per year in alcohol taxes. Any further increase in tax will harm not only our breweries, wineries, and distilleries, but also those involved along the supply chain. Senator Gold, will the government commit to re-evaluating the alcohol escalator tax to ensure Canadian consumers, alcohol producers, and those involved along the supply chain, from agriculture and manufacturing to the food service industry, are taxed fairly?
Senator Gold.
Thank you for your question. Like other taxes and benefits, Senators, the alcohol excise duty rate is automatically adjusted each year to account for inflation, and the government is of the view this is the right approach, and it provides certainty to the sector while ensuring that our tax system is fair for all Canadians. My understanding is that the increase to which you refer is less than 1/5 of 1 penny per can of beer, and there are specific measures that take into consideration the needs of craft brewers. The government is committed to continuing to working to make life more affordable for Canadians while working to promote healthy competition, building the economy of the future.
Senator Black.
Senator Gold, we know that bars and restaurants were deeply impacted by the pandemic. Further increases in alcohol tax will increase their already high operating costs, and it will reduce their ability to attract customers and retain employees as these businesses continue to work to survive. I'd like to highlight that the escalator tax not only impacts the hospitality sector, but also the agriculture and agri-food sector, other supply chain members, and consumers. I think many of you would agree that now is not the time to increase alcohol taxes on Canadians or on our struggling restaurants, bars, and domestic alcohol producers. Senator Gold, as we all know in this chamber, the government is already working on measures to implement Budget 2023. So in the interest of saving all Canadians money, will you ensure your government is aware of this issue and remind them of this chamber's amendment in 2017 as they prepare for their upcoming BIA Act in 2023?
Senator Gold.
Well, thank you, Senator. I'll certainly make them, the government aware. We're all aware of the burden that the pandemic imposed not only on the hospitality industry, but on many businesses. But I repeat, this automatic tax will raise the price of a can of beer by less than 1/5 of 1 cent. I would hope that responsible bar and restaurant owners will not pass on a disproportionate amount of that increase to their customers.